Alright. Woo! This is like the perfect outfit for today's topic. We're talking about culling. How's it going, everyone? I'm Aaron Datu. Welcome to another Wedding Walkthrough Wednesday. Today's topic is culling. So what is culling? So culling your footage or your photos is basically just going through all the footage and making sure it's usable. So that's, again, how I define culling. I don't know how other people define culling, but that's how I define the culling process. It is basically just taking the parts of a video that you know are usable, but you don't know if you are actually going to use them, and just overall organization of your clips. This is how I have my setup looking like for when I do cull my footage. And the very first things I do is I just put in and out points on different parts of a clip. So for instance, this clip right here had 2 in and out points, one at this point and then another right here. And to set your in and out points on Final Cut Pro, you use the I and the O. I for in, O for out. I'll show you an example of it right now. So I want an in and out point right here. So I hit I, and then I'll put it O. Obviously, I wouldn't actually use that in and out point, but for example purposes, that's how you create in and out points for when you are organizing your footage. You are gonna be just dragging and dropping and all that into a different folder or different wherever it is needed to be. Again, this is like an old file structure I had for a wedding last year. I have again developed and fine-tuned my file structures. This is from the past. So if you are wondering how come it looks different, that is why. Some things you want to look out for optimal clips that you want to use in the culling process is clips that don't have a lot of shake, clips that aren't really as important, or clips that are just totally like overexposed or underexposed or stuff like that. But say it is like a key shot and you want to try your best to fix it. Say it's like a final shot at a ceremony and they're doing the announcement of bride and groom and you were super shaky on that, well, you could still potentially use it. It just takes a little bit more work into getting that usable. So again, you got to know ahead of time what your couple prioritizes, and that is through the getting to know your couple stage of your bookings. One of the things I do recommend if you are a log shooter or you have, again, like a preset that you use for like an external monitor, if you do shoot that way, is they have this thing to where you could apply a camera LUT already on all the footage. That way you don't have to use a custom LUT effect on each clip that you want. So select the clip that you want to put the custom LUT on. So I want to use it on this on this footage. You'll go into your inspector tab, hit the I, and then your window might not look like this. So you definitely want to click at the bottom where it says, yours might say basic, so set it to general, and then you'll see on here camera LUT, and then choose whatever LUT you are working with. So for my case, if I wanted to apply that to all the footage that I use, and I used a LUT to shoot with, then I use that LUT. Let's say you are an S-Log shooter and you use the S-Log conversion LUT, then you want to go into whatever LUT that is and apply that. Obviously, that's not going to work for this footage because I do shoot in Cine 4 with Cinema Color Space, so it's going to look god-awful and super oversaturated and over-contrasty. But again, that is how to apply that custom LUT to all the footage that you want. Take that off, that looks awful. Again, that is if you use custom LUTs in your workflow for color grading. And you could apply that before you start the culling process so you really get a feel for all the shots. But again, sometimes that LUT doesn't work for every shot. It may look totally different depending on the environment, and maybe you just butchered the settings when you're shooting. So I tend to do that after the fact just because it helps with me not getting discouraged to use a shot even though it could have been saved. And then in terms of non-weddings, because I definitely want to incorporate tips that will help people that do all kinds of filmmaking, not just wedding filmmaking. So you could very much incorporate this into literally almost any kind of workflow or any kind of filmmaking. I'm pretty sure they do this part. Just organize your footage a little differently, so maybe you have a tight shot, medium shot, and then a wide shot into your folders that you designate your smart collection folders or keyword collection folders. That way you could easily distinguish what to call out, what not to call out. Especially say you are a product videographer and you have different angles of a product, but you have multiple products and you are doing some sort of edit, you definitely want to help distinguish that. That way you're not looking through like heaps of footage that you may or might not want. That is why you want to have a culling process in your workflow, just so again you are not wasting time. The whole point or whole part of filmmaking and getting better is also the post-production side, and just having an overall workflow that helps work well with your daily routine and not bog you down and wasting time on getting distracted on small little minute details. That is all I got for today. Hopefully you learned something. I appreciate you for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions or just want to share some feedback with me down in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like it, share it if you're into that, consider subscribing if you're not already, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with any new videos I have in the future. And as always, follow me on all the social medias at Aaron Tattoo Films, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. I am so tired, dude. Well, this is like, yeah, this is legit like the attire I wear for when I do cull, because I want to be as comfortable as possible. God, can't be in a suit all day. What you mean?